Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Now today I am going to teach you chapter number 11, Indian Judiciary. Students, this chapter is very important and interesting. So pay attention. We have studied in detail about the two organs of government, legislative and executive. Now we shall study in detail about the third organs of government, the judiciary, which is the independent and statutory and impartial organ. Impartial organ means no partiality. The Constitution of India provides a systematic, organized, uniform judicial system throughout the India. The Indian judiciary system is a form of the pyramid of the hierarchy, just as you can see in the picture also. We have established uniform judiciary. Uniform means same justice given to all. In at the topmost level, there is Supreme Court, which is considered as apex court. At the middle level, there are High Court, and under their jurisdictions are the district court. And the district level, at the taluka level, there are local and special courts. Apart from this, there are trial courts also, tribunals also, which are established to cater the various objectives. Okay, now importance. Why judiciary is important to us? A neutral and impartial judiciary is necessary for the federal system of the protection, preservation of the rights of the Indian citizens. Means which rights? Fundamental rights. Protection of the fundamental rights of the citizen. To solve any incongruity between the center and the state, between one state or the other state regarding division of the workload, judiciary plays most important role. Means if a dispute arises between the center and the state government, that can be solved by the judiciary. Judiciary is an important organ as to interpret constitutionally of any provision of any law, that is supremacy of the constitution prevails. It interpret the constitution. Judiciary interpret the constitution. In order that legislature and executive do not violate any of the constitutional limitation, we require in the country independent, firm, impartial, fearless judiciary, which is foundation of the democracy. Legislature, executive do not violate the constitution. That's why we need impartial, fearless judiciary. The objective of the constitution to see that the judiciary process there is no flaw or delay, and the citizen will get the quick, cheap and equal justice. Constitution see that every citizens of India that get a quick, easy and cheap and equal justice. In the presence of alert legislature and executive, the judiciary would always remain active. There are three organs of government, students. So in that judiciary remains always active. But many times due to administrative inactiveness, irresponsibility of the executive, authoritativeness of the legislature, impartial, cognizant, independent, fearless judiciary has shown judicial inactiveness due to working of the other two organs like legislature and the executive. There is irresponsibility. The judiciary has shown judicial inactiveness. Judiciary become inactive due to this. Now the most important topic I am going to teach you, that Supreme Court. Supreme Court is called the apex. Apex means the main court of the Indian judiciary. As per the Constitution of India, it is the topmost judicial organization. Supreme Court situated in the Delhi. All the civil criminal courts of India have to work under the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Supreme Court consists of one Chief Justice and 28 additional judges. That you have to remember. One Chief Justice and 28 additional judges. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court is appointed by the President of India. The number of judges in the Supreme Court is decided by the Parliament. But if Parliament feels that the workload of the Supreme Court increase, the President can appoint one ad hoc judge. Suppose the workload of the Supreme Court increase, so President can appoint one additional judge to the Supreme Court as per the provision of the Constitution. The judge of the Supreme Court appointed on the basis of the seniority. Except the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, other judges appointed with the consultation of the Chief Justice as well as the senior judge. So, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court appointed by the President. Now qualification for being a judge of the Supreme Court. First, he must be a citizen of India, should have provided service at least 5 years as a judge in any one of the High Court of India, 5 years as a judge in the High Court, and 10 years as an advocate in any of the High Court of India. Then he should be a distinguished jurist, extraordinary jurist, and judge as per the opinion of the president, and should not be more than 65 years of the age. So retirement age of the judge of the Supreme Court, that is 65 years. Now time period. Now judge can be removed before the time period. Now students, time period. The retirement age is 65 years for the judge of the Supreme Court. However, the change in the age of retirement can be made by Parliament through framing a law. Judge can be removed before his time period. The process of impeachment. They cannot carry the practice of law in any of the Indian courts, but they can provide their service in the committees appointed to investigate into an uncommon situation. Investigate means to check. If the incapable to carry out their duties, if judge is not capable to do his duties properly before the time of the retirement, then under such circumstances they can resign willingly from their post by tendering written resignation to the president. So they can give the resignation to the president, but judge can be removed from his post power if they found to be guilty of incapability, misconduct and inefficiency. If judge that could not do his job properly, not behave properly and inefficient, so judge can be removed. This removal is accordance with the provision of the constitution carried out through the impeachment motion in the parliament. The procedure for it is as follows. Every house of the parliament has submit a memorandum having a majority support to the president of the total members and at least 1/2 members of the members present in the respective session. Means they have to submit the memo against that judge. At least 2/3 members should given the memo. Beside the presentation by the order of the president, the judge can be removed from the post. So afterwards, the judge can be removed from the post. The parliament monitor the presentation of the memorandum regarding the misbehavior of the judge. The parliament check the memorandum of the judge and conducting investigation and checking that should be done, as well as conducting a proof of the same. The concerned judge has a right and opportunities to present his narration in his self-defense in the parliament. The President of India administered the oath of secrecy, loyalty towards the constitution to the judges who appointed to the Supreme Court. Before taking the charge of their post, the judge are required to take the oath. Oath means sapat students, in oral as well as sign of the pledge. Now power and jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Jurisdiction means chukada. The Supreme Court of India possesses more powers and has a vast jurisdiction in the comparison to any other country of the world. The jurisdiction can be divided into 3 parts: original jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction and advisory jurisdiction. Now original jurisdiction. When court give directly judgment after hearing the case, such a power is known as original jurisdiction. So when the Supreme Court give direct justice, this jurisdiction can be divided into original jurisdiction. Supreme Court has a power to make the decision regarding the case, which no other court has. Under this jurisdiction, the following parties should be involved whose conflicts are solved or resolved by the Supreme Court. First, it has power to settle the dispute. Dispute matlab conflict between the government of India and one or more states. It has power to solve the difference of opinion, fight, conflict, quarrels between government of India one side and one or the more states on the other side. It has complete power to give judgment regarding fight and quarrel between the states. Of the 2 states that quarrel between each other regarding any issue, it has a power to give the judgment. The Supreme Court has a right to give judgment concerning any set of union government and constituently. It has a power to protect the fundamental rights. Students, I have taught you 6 fundamental rights of this. Moreover, and power to issue habeas corpus mandamus, that is order of prohibition, order of no, order of prohibition that issued by the Supreme Court. It is not in a jurisdiction of Supreme Court to settle the dispute related to distribution of river water between the states and states. A separate water tribunal gives the judgment. Supreme Court cannot give the judgment regarding the problem of the distribution of the river. A separate river tribunal that gives the judgment. The judgment of the Supreme Court is final and it cannot be challenged everywhere. Somehow the president have a right to change the decision of the Supreme Court. They have to be respected by all. Now appellate means appeal jurisdiction. Three types of appeal can be made in the Supreme Court under the appellate jurisdiction. So the person that give the appeal in the Supreme Court, three types of appeal. Cases of constitution interpretation. Okay, for the constitution interpretation, cases against civil cases and appeal against the criminal cases. If any person approach the Supreme Court against the judgment, order and writ given by the High Court, any case, if certificate is issued by the High Court along with the judgment, that case involve a matter of pertaining to the constitution which has falsely interpreted to contain any important question of law. Hence, a petitioner can appeal in the Supreme Court. If the constitution that falsely, wrongly interpreted, arthagatan that wrongly done, so that petitioner, that person can appeal in the Supreme Court. If any such certification is not given by the High Court, if the petitioner approach the Supreme Court, then in such a circumstances, if the Constitution find the constitutional right is violated, then it accept the petitioner appeal. So judgment not given by the High Court, but the petitioner directly appeal in the Supreme Court. So in Supreme Court find it that constitutional right is not given to him, who is violated. So he accept the petition appeal. So then it can be accepted the petitioner appeal. But in any circumstances, only the petitioner who is a party in working of the High Court can approach the Supreme Court. Only under this reason false judgment is issued by the High Court or any other court. In the case of the civil cases, if the High Court certified that case involve important question of interpretation of law, the case hold general importance, and it is necessary that Supreme Court decide, then the appeal can be made in the Supreme Court. Suppose the cases High Court certified that it's important question of the interpretation of the law, the Supreme Court accept the appeal. Judgment of the civil cases involving sum of rupees 1 lakh more than challenge in the Supreme Court. A person can challenge the judgment given in the lower court. Now in the case of the criminal cases, the lower court has acquitted the criminal for a capital punishment. Capital punishment means in the sum of the money and all. In the case of the High Court given the capital punishment to the criminal, then in such circumstances the appeal can be made in the Supreme Court. A lower court has given the punishment to the criminal, so that can be challenged in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court can review the own judgment and it can transfer the cases that are going on in the other court of the Supreme Court. The Parliament can increase the power of the Supreme Court by framing the Act also. Now, advisory jurisdiction. Supreme Court can give the advice, that called advisory jurisdiction. So, if the President feels that any particular matter of the question holds importance from the point of view of public welfare, then the President can take the counsel of the Supreme Court by sending a matter or a question to the Supreme Court for the consideration. So, any problem occur in the country, the President can take the advice from the Supreme Court. Under this provision, the President can avail the counsel from the Supreme Court in the question pertaining to law, reality, constitution interpretation, relevancy of the bill. So the President can take the counsel, means guidance from the Supreme Court for the law, reality, for the constitution interpretation, and for the any kind of bill before signing out. But if the Supreme Court find it unnecessary to consider give opinion on the sent matter, it can send back to the President. If the Supreme Court doesn't found it proper, it send it back to the President. And it is not compulsory for the President to accept the decision or advice of the Supreme Court. Now, other powers. A Supreme Court has the power to review the judgment and the decision. The Supreme Court punish the contempt of the court, those who are breaking the court or laws. So Supreme Court can punish. Supreme Court has power to nullify any steps, cancel any steps and the laws which are not according to the Constitution. If the executive violates the Constitution, this right has been given to the President in the Constitution under the provision of right to constitutional remedies. So Supreme Court is a protector and guardian and savior of the Constitution and the citizens. Court of records, whichever the close court that pleaded in the Supreme Court that recorded, okay, they kept as a record, that considered as a court of records. Court of records hold an evidential value when any records from the court are presented. No objection can be taken against it. The judgment decision of the Supreme Court considered as a permanent document, and all have to follow. All are bound to accept it. They are used as a references by the subordinate courts. So all the decision, all the judgment can be used as a references by the clear, by the other subordinate courts, clear, and while giving judgments and decisions. Any court showing contempt and disapproval can be punished. Now students, High Court. One of the key positions in the continuous hierarchical pyramids of Indian judiciary is occupied at the state level by the High Courts. After the Supreme Court, the another important court are High Courts. So High Court is the apex court at the state level, main court at the state level. The Constitution provides one High Court for every state. So there is one High Court at every state. The President has the power to form one High Court for 2 or more states. In India, one common High Court for the state Punjab, Haryana and Chandigarh. Student, you have to remember, one common High Court for the Punjab, Haryana and Chandigarh. Similarly, under the jurisdiction of High Court, Assam falls a state, all the land of 7 sisters, having only one High Court in Assam. Manipur, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Tripura, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh. All 7 states have one High Court in the Assam. Now formation. The Chief Justice of High Court is appointed by the President. So you have to remember that Chief Justice of the High Court appointed by the President with the Chief Justice of Supreme Court, Governor of respective state. The Chief Justice of High Court is consulted in an appointment and other judges of the High Court. So Chief Justice also consulted with the appointment of the other judges of the High Court. A President is a representative of the Prime Minister and Cabinet Minister. Hence, only the President appoints the Chief Justice only after discussion, consultation with the Prime Minister and Cabinet Minister. Now the age limit of the High Court judge, that's 62 years. They can tender resignation address to the President. They can give the resignation to the President. The President can remove any of the judge of the High Court through the process of impeachment, same as the Supreme Court. Okay, proving the charges that misconduct and malpractice of the judge. The judge of the High Court can be transferred anywhere in India. Anywhere in India, any state. The number of judges is not same in all the High Courts. If the President feels that workload of the High Court has increased, then he can appoint more ad hoc in charge judge to the High Court for the period of 2 years, same as of the Supreme Court. One additional judge appointed by the President. All the work of the Supreme Court and the High Court is carried out in the English language. But if the Legislative Assembly of any state passes a resolution that work of the High Court related to state can carried out in the language or the state language. Okay. Now qualification for being a judge of the High Court. He should be citizen of India, should have served as a minimum period of 10 years as any of the judicial post in the lower court of the Indian state. Means what? Should be lawyer, 10 years lawyer and 10 years as a judge in the lower courts and 10-year lawyer in the High Court. He must be a distinguished jurist, constitutional expert as per the opinion of the President. Should be below the 62 years of the age. Clear? He has to take the oath. Oath means shapath. He has to take the shapath, okay, in front of the governor of the state. Clear? Now jurisdiction of the High Court, same as which I have taught you in the Supreme Court. Now original jurisdiction. High Court is empowered to issue the directions, order, writ, including the writ in the nature of habeas corpus. Means habeas corpus means prohibition, say nay no to any person, authority and any government if they violate the fundamental rights of the citizens. He can give the orders and read, and he can give the order of prohibition to any person and authority. If the High Court has the authority in the case related to companies, marriage, divorce and alimony. The case is contempt of court, land revenue, its imbursement, land reforms, returns can also carried out in the High Court. All the cases of the company divorce that carried out in the High Court. All the writ petition challenging the judgment given by the lower court, civil criminal courts can be made in the High Court. The lower court has given the any judgment that can be challenged in the High Court. The petition challenging the provision providing in the entrance examination. Appellate jurisdiction. Under the appellate jurisdiction of High Court, the court hears the petition against the civil and criminal cases. A petition challenging the judgment of the lower courts tribunals can be made in the High Court. If any lower court has given any judgment, that can be challenged in the High Court. If the session court means what? Criminal courts had issued any judgment punishing the accused matlab victim gunegar for more than 4 years, the petitioner can challenge the judgment in the High Court. If suppose the criminal court has given the judgment for the accused for more than 4 years, so that petitioner can challenge in the High Court. If any accused has given the capital punishment by the Supreme Court in the case of the murder, for less severe punishment is issued by the lower court, then in such a condition the judgment can be challenged in the High Court. Suppose a capital punishment means penalty that charged by the Supreme Court, by the Session Court, so that can also be challenged in the High Court. The petitioner who is unsatisfied with the judgment of the tribunal can also approach the High Court. The petitioner file a complaint and he not satisfied, then he can apply to the High Court. The High Court has the power to decide upon the important question pertaining to law, including constitutional interpretation. Now, administration jurisdiction. Each High Court has authority and power to supervise the working of lower courts, tribunals, and state and the region. They have power to supervise. Supervision should be done by the High Courts. If the High Court feels that it necessary, then it can ask the case papers from the subordinate court, then carry out the case proceeding. The court can frame a general law to control the procedure, functioning of the courts under its power. The High Court can decide the criteria, tabular fees, form of the type of the fees, so that everyone can aware about the fee structure. All these provisions should done in accord and harmony with the Constitution. Everything should be done according to the Constitution. The High Court can give guidance and direct the subordinate courts in the matter of pertaining the records and the entries. The High Court occupy the place as a court of records. The High Court publish the judgment decision in organized form. Judgment decision are binding and final that can use that court decision judgment references while taking decision various cases in the future. So same as in the High Courts, it also considered as court of records. The lawyers can use this published judgment and the decision in citation while pleading their cases. The lawyer can use it as a reference. Okay. So now the High Court in the Gujarat located Sarkhej Gandhinagar Highway, Sola, Ahmedabad. Students, you know this. Now subordinate courts. Under the guidance supervision of High Courts, any state, district, taluka courts, fast track courts, pota courts, tribunals, certain special courts. Each state divided into administrative unit called district, consists of civil court, criminal court and revenue court. So subordinate courts are all the names given over here. Now district judge. The appointment and promotion of any individual to the post of district judge is done by the governor. Simply governor appoint the district judge. Now qualification. He must possess the practice of the advocate as the 7 years. Officer of judiciary either state of the central government eligible to appointed the judge of the Supreme Court. So must have 7 years of experience as a lawyer. All the other judges other than the district judge appointed by the governor of the High Court, consultation with the State Public Service Commission, GPSC, in accordance with the rules framed by the Constitution. The district judge that appointed by the governor. The judge who handle the civil duty suits is called district judge. Means civil cases, those who handle the civil case, that called district judge. The judge who handle the criminal cases are called session judge. A district court hears a petition challenging the judgment of the lower courts. And the civil suits of rupee 1 lakh or more than of the government against the government carried in the district civil courts. So the district judge that hear the complaint of the lower courts more than 1 lakh rupees of the government against the government can hear in district civil court. The judge of the district court has a power to run the cases of marriage, divorce, alimony, reforms, case of the parental custody. The criminal court include the session court, first class judicial magistrate court, second class judicial magistrate court, mamladar, and executive magistrate court. So criminal court means session courts include this. These courts have power to give punishment to imprisoned ranging from 3 to 10 years. The person who committed crime, murder, robbery, whatever it may be. So that person can give this court give right to the imprisonment means jail 3 to 10 years and penalty up to more than 5,000 and more. In the case of murder, the court can give capital punishment, lifetime imprisonment and life sentence. So lifetime imprisonment, umar kaid ki saza, life sentence, hang till death, and capital punishment means penalty that given. Apart from this district, there are some small cause court also, family court also, small cause court and the family court. For the case of pertaining to land revenue, there are revenue court also. So disputes of the laborers and the labor courts are also there. So labor court, small cause court, revenue courts. As per the tribunal for the compensating the vehicle accidents, whenever the accident occur, so there is a tribunal is there that can compensate, means give the money. For the protection of the service and the rights of the teacher and professional, so professors, there is a Gujarat Educational Organization Service Tribunal. One tribunal is there, Gujarat Educational Organization Service Tribunal. For the protection of the consumer rights, Consumer Right Protection Forum is there. So tribunal function like a court. Help the cases where the petitioner recover their loss and receive the compensation. So these tribunal just work as the court and they give compensation means worth to the person. In each district court there is a fast track course. Fast track courts give the judgment very fast. Objective to run case faster for hearing the cases of POTA court. The POTA courts are there in Gujarat. All these courts have gathered importance the decentralized their administration function independently, firmly, lawfully. People have started taking all the benefits have become aware. Now Lok Adalat. The poor person cannot afford the lengthy procedures of the courts and do not have money. So to helping the poor people, one organization set up that considered as the Lok Adalat. Gujarat state is the first to start the Lok Adalat to provide speedy and economical justice to the poor, weak and exploited section of the society. Under this court, it provides the free support and legal service. Legal Aid Service Center that's situated in Ahmedabad. Lok Adalat function voluntarily, even on the Sundays also and holiday also. District Taluka headquarters as per the convenience of the petitioner. The lower poor people, weaker section of the society, Gujarat is the first state to establish the Lok Adalat. It work on the Sundays also and the holidays also. The Lok Adalat generally hear the cases of accident and related compensation, divorce, alimony, general debts, personal complaints and police complaints. Lok Adalat consists of advocates, social worker, educationists, reputed citizens, businessmen and police officers, insurance officer, judge, judicial officers. So Lok Adalat include all these persons. Here the cases are settled amicably. Amicably means with a mutual understanding. So both the parties can be satisfied. The case fought in Lok Adalat neither won and no loss. So say the case that settled amicably. Lok Adalat save the time and money. Many pending cases are solved. All the judgment of the Lok Adalat are backed by the law. Therefore, the Lok Adalat has become the center of the attraction. Now, judiciary. Independence of judiciary. Judiciary is independent, formless, fearless. The Indian Constitution has kept the judiciary independent, firm, and fearless from the legislature and executive. Means from the both the organs of government, the judiciary is independent for the social, political, economic equality and providing justice. The judiciary has not inclined or biased toward the judgment. Bias means or partial toward the judgment. The government. The terms, condition, appointment of the judge, appointment process, pay scale, transfer, promotion, retirement, everything that taken care by the executive as per the constitutional provision. The judges are appointed for the specific period of time. The executive cannot remove the judge due to their will and political pressure. The executive cannot remove the judges as per their own will. The pay scale, term, service, promotion, transfer, benefits of promotion, pension funds, judge cannot be changed by the executive or the parliament. During the term of the service of the judges, any of their behavior or their judgment cannot discuss or critically viewed in the parliament and legislative assembly. The judge after their retirement cannot carry out their practice in the any of the courts. Once they retire from any court, they cannot be employed in any court. The purpose to empower the judge to perform their duty fearless, honestly, self-reliantly, independently, firmly. So judge can impart the true, transparent and quick justice. Why this thing happen? Because they can give the justice properly without any pressure. The Indian Constitution has given the judiciary independent, impartial, uniform place. The cases of public welfare, question of public welfare, important problem pertaining to public welfare written on the simple postcard or ordinary letter to the Supreme Court. Okay, for the public welfare that can be written in the Supreme Court. In the past, the Supreme Court has treated such matter as a petition and has given the proper justice. This has proved the vigilance, jagrutta of the judiciary in the public. At present, there are 3.5 crore pending cases in our judiciary. Insufficient number of courts, judge and staff is a reason in delay the justice. People are not getting the justice very fast. The present central government has undertaken the task of reframing 1,500 old irrelevant laws. So they can reform the laws and everywhere. So required qualification of judge of the Supreme Court, page number. This answer lies on the page number 86, last paragraph, total 5. This one is given and say the powers under the jurisdiction, original jurisdiction, page number 87, original jurisdiction given to you. Then discuss the matters out of jurisdictions of the Supreme Court. That answer also lies in the Supreme Court paragraph. Process of impeachment, that lies page number 87, first paragraph, time period. Then the powers discuss. Then powers of the High Court in the criminal cases. So students, you have to write it down. Jurisdiction of the High Court, appellate jurisdiction, you have to write it down. State the required qualification of judge of the High Court, page number 89. In that qualification given to you, that you have to write it down. Then the name various subordinate courts, page number 90. See the second paragraph, subordinate courts given to you. Judiciary is foundation of democracy. So here the importance of the judiciary, page number 86. In that the second paragraph, importance of the judiciary, you have to write down. Supreme Court is a protector and guardian of the constitution and the citizens. So that you have to write it down, page number 88. See the other powers given to you, full paragraph. High Court is occupy the key position. So here page number 88, in the last paragraph, that you have to write it down. And page number 90, in that first paragraph, you have to write it down. Lok Adalas have become the center of attraction, page number 90, last paragraph. And 91, first paragraph, you have to write it down. Function of judiciary is a boon in the case of negligence by the legislature and the executive, page number 91. In then the last, independence of judiciary, you have to write it down. Supreme Court is considered as a court of records. So here the page number 88, in that second last paragraph, whole 4 lines will come. The judge of the Supreme Court cannot practice the law in any of the courts after retirement, page number 91. In that the last paragraph, importance of judiciary, answer lies over that. Now independence of the judiciary, answer lies over here, page number 91. In the last paragraph, appellate jurisdiction of the High Court, page number 89, second one. Court of records, so you have to write it down, page number Court of Records, that written page number 88. In that Court of Records, Lok Adalat, public interest litigation, page number 90. In that last paragraph, 91, first paragraph, subordinate courts, page number 90. All the subordinate courts that you have to write it down. That district judge qualification, you have to comprehend the answer. The retirement age of the judge of the Supreme Court, High Court, 65 and 62. So a district judge has to do 7 years. Okay, B is the correct answer. So Mizoram and Tripura, that the state High Court situated in Assam. C. Legal aid service situated in Ahmedabad, answer is C. Fifth one, who appoint the judge of the Supreme Court president, answer is B. And sixth one, the organization has been formed to settle the complaint of the consumer, answer is C, Consumer Forum.